Joseph Siam, over your first interview, no, and few people there. Honestly, all about per time. No, I found here, no, I interview one. No, so I can side of the story. What do you think is going to be something different on what to work and where disputes my way can see?
Listen, Jimmy is a stupid boy. Or a very, very stupid boy. Listen, Jimmy, are you Jimmy Biano? Just go and interview that person. Go and interview Malik Ramsey. Go and interview Candyman. Eh?
Yeah, Darling FM.
Exactly. Obia Jimmy Nina you Jimmy Bia. Go and interview Pake. And you see, on here Nazi. Umona Jimmy Wabaji Jimmy do your name girls now. Omoni Jumon on you want to trampoline. You understand? Aha. Oh no, you want to trampoline now on you want to do that. He did more than that. Okay, FM. Listen.
Let's move from on Friday and come to radio because I want to start the meeting.
Yeah.
And we can't talk radio to the American from American aspects, without talking of Cape FM. I think to American never Cape FM. You hear that Amandzeba if you are. And to be very frank with you, there was one presenter. No, I'm you're close at that point because let me say, Nanama mid morning. It's not me pena sampa. I think through on name the packet the Omega. It's not the packet very close. So like to want a packet with you at that point was sack one in some brave. I think we all previous to be explaining. I don't want us to dig much over there, but then be said, what do you think has been the cause or the downfall to aluminium of Cape FM in terms of managerial? Because the revolution now what is starting, only the revolution you can see. I have people closer in the station who complain, you're not going to your station, but say all these things. What do you think is the problem?
Yeah, is lack of involvement of our directors, the CEO.
Okay.
Cape FM. That is the main weakness because I think the CEO now I would say CEO no is like he's into construction, and that is where
the focus
was. That is the gold mine for him.
Yeah.
And construction, the kind of money they see, radio station, this or a peanut, and see is like something on yado or Canadian, just like to them home Kayama Dr. Parker is in the main is just exactly. But I thought that Cape FM would be a good mind for them if they've given the radio station a little attention. So in all my stay at Cape FM, that was what I was fighting for. You understand? And I knew Cape FM is to rule Cape Coast. You understand? But I think some of my actions was misconstrued because, listen, you will go. Presenters were hardy. Why do you been to me a radio? Not on funny radios can't talk. You understand? A lot of boys are what for me same. I still saw them out. What I won't tell call now Momuskas are common one. Why they no work on one problem? Why should it be? Or be on a radio work a national issue. Nurse if one paying by or can no kasa woman uniska. And sometimes once campo they need to beg and sana one saka. And you see, and I realized that a lot of them is their fault because a radio station bar the enthusiasm is terms and conditions, application, that kind of thing. In Telma, they take us for a ride. Or but spend huge sums of money was a quarter equipment. Now, but human resource now, or but an equipment in nature now, workers and they ignore them. As there, some of us are negotiating there. Will be a presenter, you know what you want to call less than 3,000. Okay, because I know be a go man casa Amandzeba. Then they present them on 215 per budget, that kind of thing. You understand? And you see, they don't fetch for quality. Yes, someone will be a ban and people are not even much concerned about what they wear to studio. And because studios and for And the your friend and FM station was the TV account, social media. Na eshala course occur because maybe I tell people that listen, if you want to attach TV to your radio station now, you have to give me clothing allowance.
Okay.
You have to give me clothing allowance. And coffee book radio station work for camera based studio, BB away be not live. Listen. No. You don't do things like that too. Because before I book live, you know, some a radio, morning show, mutumala course bien. And I make sure I'm so because no one sees me. But once I need TV, you know, I need a lot of things because as I don't travel, I three be na video, I bring to Unyatara. So that kind of thing. With regards to, let me just go back to Cape FM. Cape FM, the issue at Cape FM, listen, initially I had wanted to correct the system at Cape FM because Cape FM were, especially when we started Orange Friday, were known out there. Everybody Cape FM, but we were not getting the necessary returns. Our between one way chain because still I need money around and what we do want to work out. So we felt that at that time, you know, the manager was working then at UCC.
Okay.
Until we thought that he should have resigned his work and also the order for marketing manager. Not usher the affairs of marketing, you know. But like you feel the Nankason or ABBR, but we didn't have that kind of power no during us time, you know. Until now, advocate here. Until that time, you know, now become so powerful Cape FM because I'm Orange Friday about Uncle na work and I mean for the crazy wave film and like the idea bed there or don't come na work our Cape Coast. It's you know, from the 1 week to Nei or there, you should be live on radio. Now, because invite interview and come na work and for perception be there. Or Fred Tam, could than now. So when he died, I wanted to bring God. So it was like people were like with Cape FM and what Masam so. After the funeral, no, my CEO thought they know Amandzeba, you can handle the station. At that time, Jimmy Coutin was also calling because that time Cape FM Abedizin and they were all calling me because that time I was the face of Cape FM. Jimmy from Nisan Kamka, you call my wife. Okay. Oh, Amandzeba this, and then we'll go and meet at Tina Tavin. Okay. Also, me from Mumbo and Momfa radio station, no, one for insurance, that kind of thing. So at the point I discussed that with my CEO. No, Amandzeba, you have the opportunity, you have fine brain, ideas about the radio. Why don't you handle the radio yourself? There's a comma. So that time, Charles Walker, no Pedoko MP. Okay. And I'm also helping with the campaign. So I wouldn't have the time in German as Yellow Bay. It was a man. So the key was handed over to me, and I gave the key to Jimmy. And that started out confusion here because he came, sacked Paquet, sacked Malik Ramsey, sacked almost everybody. The secretary, the front office person, he sacked that lady. Everyone was mentioning my name. Amandzeba not a problem now, no, they Nazi. So I went to him and said that, no, Jimmy, I gave you the radio, not for that reason, because Cape FM is doing well. No, us on task, obey me. Wow. And he went to discuss that with my CEO. Okay. Let me see also know you made it because he told me, Miss you from not catch him there. No, he told me to handle the radio station. Some Zaka will be not obey me. You give the person the go ahead. So that was the whole thing. But I think Nyimpa or yes Satan Zema Cape FM, Jimmy Coutin. He came to destroy the entire structure of Cape FM. Yeah.
Wow. Coming to Jimmy Coutin, I have two questions. Yeah. Jimmy Coutin. One, do you sit down and regret not taking that opportunity? Because them making let me tell you very well. And I can know who bosses they see when they had faith in you, they put in a handle now small one reason that because of what the campaign into you'll be a so Amanda double to one. Then you pan ben or be filled. Do you think there? First of all, do you regret? Then secondly, do you think the small will lose faith in you totally there? One more opportunity when there, do something.
Yeah, that is it. You see, the thing is, No, Jimmy is a disaster.
So
Disaster. No. Disaster because at that time, you know, Cape FM. Na Jimmy Buffet. Actually, us boys be the man to bro for walk of a guy be a boss, Jojo, a whole lot of crap. Us Bogu radio no do. Now one demand or don't call damn no. He just created an avenue just to milk something from the CU. Because in Kofu Crocker on the bay, or over the Cape Coast Hotel, that kind of
was he the one on the guy with Accra Bay?
exactly.
Because them guy no on the American had it or just laptop or been laptop that was school. Oh, me they yadi. When you know if you was so son of the Cape Coast Hotel or cry.
And the monk of no bay no. What was the difference? Look at in a local boys na in Cape FM. Look at our listenership at that time. No, but say be your phone coffee be a whole lot of things. And the painful aspect was like colleagues are you know now we build a family. No work booming because we be need Juma born. Amandzeba because I front line there.
Jimmy,
musician is same. Mr. Kingdom man, exactly 9:30 p.m. Anfa.
What?
Me director is the Kingdom man cross. Na man kada na azinchi man kwadwe no ho. That is exactly vividly. No words in us Amandzeba. Kada na dwe no ho. No ochina. Ebi emenya adwen say so no. I call Jimmy. Me share okay perfect 9:30 na Mr. Kingdom as a man. Okay perfect enyim ho.
Man, I trust and Jimmy too much to the point to them. It looks like at that point, no be ashing no butum waye.
The thing is, there, I wouldn't send me out and it was also somebody I knew on radio that time, you know. A Malika Afra no radio Vaco, radio Vaco, and more or less a Cape Coast boy, and not too so. Me what you see so. No AT&T. I thought the lesson or knowledgeable nti obetum na why nti why don't I because me need time at that time and because the same year mezi boss road do need time you know nti me need time why should I
also take that responsibility
exactly perhaps the ono so betu when your links na yin more advert that is it na obey them na pake nom wo friend and Malik Ramsey nom everybody was mentioning my name.
Wow. Just go on all social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, and Snapchat, and it's all Kofi JC TV. And on my songs today, I want to also ask them to do my phone peanut brittle, a pencati cake, or your dawa or chow for like minimum 2 months to maximum 5 months. We made a copy. Peanut brittle, cat cake there down there at all. Martin are very nice. But na mombo modako school. You have 3 flavors now. You have ginger, you have sweet, na you have sisia. And epe wana one of us was screen do. Ebe no one of us was screen na afra one na atobi. Epe bulk purchase a fresh low Kofi Steve na ehun interpret etobi na eton. Or very affordable. I think the boxing na is 50 Ghana cedis and I think one is 8 Ghana cedis. So shim I think almost 10 or 5. Something like that. Na aye apibi. Still, yani Amandzeba ni no bon komo and komo na very interesting. Amandzeba na maybe say assembly na call quick breathing. I think just 2 days ago. Now first interview there no, we have the government conference can some and one of them there Jimmy Kutin I'm knowledge no the one managing Asasi FM, Asasi Radio Cape Coast now. We have posted there or target some of the bloggers and vloggers in Cape Coast. Echo JZA Joseph Siam, what your first interview, and few people there. Also, all about per time. No, I found I interview one. Not so I can side of the story. What do you think is going to be something different on about to work and where dispute my way can see?
Listen, Jimmy is a stupid boy. Or a very, very stupid boy. Listen. Jimmy baby wako biya. Wanye papa. If you like. Obi oye ejuma o Cape FM another onye Jimmy aye ejuma bia no just go and interview that person. Go and interview Malik Ramsey. Go and interview Candyman.
Yeah, Darling FM.
Exactly. Obi a Jimmy nyina aye ejuma bia go and interview Pake. And you see on here there inazi. Ngono Jimmy wobobo Jimmy do ye ne girls na omo na ejuma na onye wane twempenen. You understand? oh no, you want to chumpuna now, on you want to do that. He did more than that. Will keep FM. Listen, you see, you're born for you're born for. Jimmy, one of them one you want to chumpuna. Even assassin or crano. And see, you shouldn't come cry. Near the man summer. And as it won't miss under walk festival war. Pay your friend and abortion festival. Winnie Babas, I say, present to be sent on the dame. You understand? One of us sing praises, I'm a Jimmy Cootie. You understand? And Jimmy shouldn't try. Shouldn't. No. At all.
You shouldn't try them at no para.
No. He shouldn't. Because here the man some cano. Uncle, you go chroma hadi. You see, that guy, yeka, I should have some name or Jimmy Cootie. Go and interview Kwesi, Young B about that. Go and interview Malik Ramsey. Go and interview Paquet. Everyone. Even go and interview Dr. Pounds.
Dr. Pounds, oh, okay.
Don't you me here, Juma? Go and interview Don K.
Don K, okay, Don K. It's a
No. When I'm getting about you, cry, Uncle. Uncle, you see, the way a guy wait to was say, in Crawford one dream. Now what say keep FM. At a point, on an not there, your friend and there was a time being unknown and no to Jando. Walk around, one of the Orange Friday was Orange Friday there. I think that year, no, where the Orange Friday and Puffy kept from full and same. What's a him for but then some baby was that point? Exactly. That guy, that Jimmy guy is stupid. Jimmy guy is stupid.
What in your own opinion, why is he doing all that?
Listen. You see, the thing is, when you're fishing, they don't. You see, Intina, keep course on cordon. The uncle for you, ma. Why you want who grandmaster will keep course? One we go and cordo. But people are not able to speak out. People are not able to. Can interview Yaneba? Auntie Yaneba. Maybe some offer one some more a friend in there. As I say. Go and ask say. People unko fire dinyo. Unko fire dinner one can say. You understand? Unko fire dinner one can say. But at the appropriate time, these people will speak.
Wow.
Will speak to Jimmy Coutin say, listen, I'm being charitable to you, but they can interview me to the packet. Malik Ramsey, no ma. You
get there. I'm very fortunate that Jimmy production head is our programs head. But trying to get them. Amandzeba, mama, let's shift this part. So now let's talk about this. Radio in Central Region, or Cape Coast to precise. At a point in your social media work a day, your wahade. Boys know where radio and now for radio, they don't want to speak fancy. Why do walk by force tree? Nah, they know. What is the growth of radio looking at all these things happening in Central Cape Coast to precise? Because salary issue making. Echo baby to the Kumasi that people are poaching people with cars, with houses, with other stuffs. But I think the only time I'm follow the only time I big academy scene was when the new radio station in Cape Coast, TW Radio, where you one unveiling of I think new presenters. No, is anything new? Why there? Yeah, did you when I was like,
no. Even TW Radio presenters or cotton one. What's worker for presenter? Nina, if you know anymore. But worker for presenters what tap crowd was one about. Them presenters say what one fit up crowd bay. One for singing. About your quality presenters will keep course there. They are far better than them presenters was born. But if you nim, what presenters will increase another tap crowd was one about. But don't be going to a mountain call ye. See the kind of mindset you won't confuse why one radio gurus will keep course. What's one was a radio bear? Why a day? But once now, what we going barber? Atasa. See, listen, you will keep course a day. I may phone to Moho. You understand? But as a bit in a morning show that will keep course. I know how I make attention in now. Bezaba. You understand?
Sure.
And it's like at a point, you could there. I bet no more be obogwe. In Canada, you wash a can drama. Na can drama will group be a waba. But in him, there's a Cape Coast for no waba. Because people want to watch. People want to watch pa. So there, how unique our fancy language is. Nti you go na my friend the edna sir. Na nyim baby ewo na ite radio net the way sport. Why do be they go ya? So why are we not making a conscious effort? They ebe ka fancy wo go. E kaka nkofo ntase. Capital. And yet the fancy no unlike Accra, Ekado, center of Accra no. I can nkofo baby ntase because away cosmopolitans. Nti nkofo fifi baby no we go. And I want to work and can one door. But when you come to a Cape Coast, I can find to be okay to your batasi. It's why that gradually you lose your language. Then times now Uncle Joe Kwansa, na Amamuka Kra, na Is Adams, what's the fancy radio no? Nkofuna winter ya. And the boys why sport be back at your do a friend in there as a radio station for free Cape Coast. Then no pedo push was in Nim Kosho Becky. What's on the morning show? What they told me there. Over Cape Coast, where so we won't comfort per mass and power with him. I'm not measuring Friday, Benty. They want to bat. What's from there? Moko, I'm that's stupid. But to my Katria and to my general, so that's stupid. What from Amanka Sobian? Manka Sobian. Let me Katri then. More Cape Coast, me a morning show as Minkatri. Minkatri then. I mean, your native tree speaking
person academy.
But in as much as you will Cape Coast, or they make a conscious effort today, you peak time, you man find to Fontanado. Me, I still stand by that.
Okay, the peak hours of radio.
Peak hours of radio. You man other fancy not
fancy casa.
Exactly. Because you are from a local school, no. What's your fan to school when you tree?
Yeah.
Into so tell radio that on Obama casa knows why then what? So if you don't do that now. A radio station in here for Cape Coast radio station morning show for 6 4 ye 3. What sort of nonsense is that? A kako be no mentas.
Amanda, do you think radio would ever get you a better place for Central Region? Because you're ringing, so not making every match out. We are growing now. I am so young ones now. You're bano. You're sure you. My young woman is young. So making see a baby about to the woman fancy. I am more. I'm a hen and guys. What about the tree now? Didn't some I see a good. That is the map or the way it is. Do you think we ever get to a place? Jabe is serious in radio to the point that we will be for Amandzeba. We don't do my Amandzeba card. So making clothing allowances. Every Facebook live I condemn me. Would we get to a point like that?
Yeah, except Yankas presenters now or their brand, Me, a lot of presenters don't roll with me because we feel that me. You understand? Because members say, me ko choba me nkedizi, me family in kedidi, me ko chechia, your friend then, and we be presenters. Oh, Jaru meet, that kaji meet. Your friend then, oh, men about they get the fufu. No, when you do things like that, a pedo image then. You understand? Or there's some program one for it. I say. If you ask that sort, I don't know. I simply can't understand. I simply can't understand. You have to stay at your one corner, do your research, and let your output be big. But one year them, radio no what ban open term or this baby, we could free the coin or a day. But we'll get to that time because we are educating our kids. Into maybe be siaba, so pedo a radio. No one can say you know you have to pay her well because she will not tolerate anything 400, 300. No. That's answer. See, Cape Coast presenters, there's a long gonna make an opportunity to buy. Now, if Grafubezi you when you do my papa, there was work for a hawk now, was 1 hour. That's answer. Raza is big.
Yeah.
Raza is big. Yeah. Say Eka, Don K is big.
Yeah.
These people are there.
Yeah.
Now, say if these people are there, you're queen as that. Look at Yaneba. Yaneba. And where your festivals and Adu Hadia, who is the best person to handle it? And then what's a festival, what's working for do one crane. Nazi, well be not what branch Yaneba. You go for Eka Fantaya, that's a friend workable for 2 40. festival Kumasa. Where you are, Professor Ma?
No.
You see, that is it.
Yeah.
We are not even proud to project our own fronty.
Yeah.
You see, my brother, I don't know. It's really, it really gets me sick.
Wow.
It gets me sick. Cape Coast, but we'll get there.
You get it. Wow. Thank you. Me pray a wrap up, but you to wrap up and few things we are discuss about. Now we are growing as a city, as a capital, and I think the development will be so about. And through you, your morning show, I listened to a lot of things. Emma, most government sectors, they be on their toes because what needs to be said is what you speak about, and they do it. Now, no, I hear you tell me this is here. Our parks, I want to manage the Parks FM and the development of radio to the market. Let's look at Parks FM. How did Parks FM come about? Because at a point, we tell previous interview, I kind of out there, radio because how radio has been seen now, and how all your central region on your radio, on your but let me ask you, how is Parks FM? And do you think a brand Parks FM and it make Parks FM a way it's appealing to people?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. No. Parks FM is for Catholic NGO.
Okay.
It's at a community radio station, and now you're promoting Nobel commercial radio. Now we are in the part of being a commercial radio station. We are a new transmitter. Now I think the Cape Coast we are there. We are opening a branch in Cape Coast, a studio. We want to have 2 studios so that we can run program from Cape Coast in Elmina. You understand? You know the Catholic Church started from Elmina.
Yeah.
Into radio station for the Catholic Church. But the Catholic Church, we are liberal to extend that you enter the other churches now. If we there or you are sorry, no, the Catholic Church is a liberal church because we feel there, Yankopon, one may be we are not the baby we are so. We talk about politics, everything because don't now make the church, we've begun. Initially, they didn't understand the commercial viability of a radio station. No, few they I saw no continue what's being, but gradually I've been able to convince them. Then we are getting there. So I pray in some few months or a year, you see Parks FM, you say, wow, Sometimes people look at first. I always tell people, you come to our studio, we have a very small studio, and he said. Oh, that studio is this, that. But I tell people that people are refusing to work with us now will regret in future. Because on your binejuma or the son and your on Pewasa or the way you wait. The Catholic Church is not like that. You understand? 1 year Obinejuma or Bakado may you wait call this. So far as the air with Juma and Kakobian, they will maintain you. And it's going to be there forever. It's for the church. We'll make it big. Much other was so. Or Eba na. Eba na. A entertainment program.
Right here you come. Hey, Missy. Amandzeba, when we said last question. I think we came here last month with a team for Angwamo.
Yeah.
Where we are having this interview no more. I hire Royal Airmount Hotel.
Elmina Mountain.
Elmina. Okay, Royal Airmount.
Yeah, Airmount. Elmina.
Elmina Mountain. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Because this was a hilly place.
Area. Oh, okay. No, people like that didn't pay me back now. Okay, Airmount was here and that's why we wanted Elmina Mountains.
Yeah. It was like the mountain of God, but the real area was Elmina Mountain because it was a hilltop and they also come from Elmina. They decided to do it. Mount.
Oh, okay, beautiful. Yeah, I think the better events were Angwamo Festival, and I think we love the environment. And make them so be also so good. I was yet and I love the green environment, the ambience, the entry, and everything is beautiful. And you are the
I'm the operations manager.
Operations manager. You see to the daily operations of the hotel. Obi will maybe also put your camera. me pede eka rooms no accommodation how wanyama to so that opeda oba Cape Coast e be afehye mu am obotum wa frɛ and now we look for you on social media to get accommodation.
Yeah. No, we have solid rooms, solid junior deluxe, standard chalets, and what have you, executive suite and other things. Those who have come here and they know Royal Airmont Hotel. I don't need to speak much about it. It's only Hotel Ebenya, a swimming pool on the hilltop.
Top, yes.
Nti Eba, BBR, and also the owners of the hotel no, were drain community no hunti. Even the hotel ni na we see no so no we ja hade. And you can imagine they say a channel pedeni shatawale bahade ya. Now I discard you have all this to your advantage,
Yes.
as well as your kids playgrounds are more from a new more from a babetum the ways I go home. Your bar, your restaurant, you're starting new structure hadia. You be a modern front office, modern restaurant, a gym, and some other conference. Your conference room, but we want to have something like a 1,000 capacity conference room. Inti Royal Mount with our Elmina and Kafu Road, close to Archbishop. Inti Pede Ebojo you come. Don't look at the rate. When you come, we can give you something good. Something good. Inti Bra Royal Mount Twitter.
Beautiful. Amano kwacho Royal Mount social media platform go to ma akọ ewe kun
Yeah. Echo Facebook
Okay.
or yeah Royal Mount Hotel.
Okay.
The Masuna is it since I was on X?
X, yeah.
Yes,
Twitter.
but more or less, Instagram now. We're active, but we are planning to revive all our social media handles because there are one or two things that we want to do.
Okay.
So Yami and I do my area. We'll just push everything. See, your name on ye, whatever we do here, no, go accordingly.
Go accordingly.
Yeah.
I was saying, come on, the Yahweh, and I think I've enjoyed it. And every time I look at it, my team might not enjoy it as I'm enjoying because I mean it's a privilege to sit with Amandzeba because I don't know what told me some last question. Are you done? Can interview no? A man na interview that time on Saturdays. I learned a lot. Mom, we ask no just what we see. A lot of things. On my task there will be a time, even if they to about have something they will say it. And I think the revolution is coming to place.
Yeah.
One question I want to ask you is before you sit on radio, who would tell an end because all your interviews, we never thought you were going to listen. So let me say, what special better make Cardi B it's not really unique. What is that thing?
My motivation.
Your motivation.
No. Say it's na. I'm paying for it na. Now with that foresight. You see that you don't do radio for yourself. You understand? Because especially that time when the radio endorses them. But you have to seek for the interest of your listeners. Something now. That has always been my style. Into no event you understand because you want to do something you go the extra mile to produce something people will buy it because radio and pay better radio do you what will make me different. So I always want to bring human-centered discussions and crofo what else. I remember when I was in Cape from then. Ghettos. Sometimes I see people doing it in Accra now or applaud one. I'm saying, no, these things we've done it
before.
Yes, you could get to see any before to we that kind of and people. I remember some old woman be me interview in Tino baby. And now Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, I was watching Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Yeah, no, first person now Cape Coast now support of finance Kwame Nkrumah. And there was an area like the whole area in Tino some place when you be away JSS for order. You understand? One little girl you see that kind of thing. So when you do that, people also call you for information. Because when you Amandzeba was a man now. And that time, when you Kawahin, but you go the extra mile to look for fans to go and do it. I'm sure the work that you are doing will be one day Kitakam, will be no sponsor, but they don't know the kind of struggles you are going through. Not just for the money, but for the fun of it. I'm the Bibina a heart for fulfillment. It's better. And through our hard work now, we yet now yaba elmont because in they say yeah juma we just dedicate ourselves to it. See, me use that platform my catcher. I always tell the young guys, there are young guys who watch the radio as I always tell them that listen. Some of us, yeah radio no if you hear advice from in painful crown and buanka, yaku yenyim chandam. Because sometimes you go and work at a radio station, the owner is NDC, is NPP, and you have to champion the cause. At the end of the day, no, it affects you. You understand? People don't see it to be neutral. And to say, in two minute part in this one, you be more, then you become stagnant with your radio career. So I always tell young guys in our warrior politics, now listen, some of us, we did it, and we know the implications. So they should also be strategic. And yeah, the man, you get your vision shattered.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, there will be a seat. Now, this is the spotlight show, and man, every Thursday evening there, I want to work on more creative space, the education sector, the tourism sector, and every aspect of our life. And one more, they share their life story to inspire, to encourage, and to motivate us. This show was proudly, and this episode was proudly brought to you by Peanut Brittle. Peanut Brittle, cut a cake there though. When he and the ever from one number saying was screen, they have 3 flavors. They have the wheat, they have the ginger, and they have another flavor, oats flavor. So them 3 flavors a fry benny. And I make slice or your 8 Ghana cities, now box your 40 Ghana cities. So I think it's very affordable and will last for more than 2 months. One chakra 3-4 months, and son was say. And the packaging so if you go to my tour, maybe our Bobby in the birthday, we girlfriend in the birthday. While we young people, of course, maybe a chiller. The ginger flavor is very something about pepper. You know, when you you know, we be asked on your conversation and our comment to be a better drop. I be at the Cape Coast da. And now it's a Amandzeba, where be a home car, or Cape FM, or other stations are. And that's leading them to anyone not can be on inspire up. Drop it in the comment box here on our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to be part of the family. Hit the notification bell so that video be out to make a first people know with them video and other social media platforms. You have the short bottle. Go there and watch and enjoy. Thank you so much for staying with us for this beautiful conversation. If you sleep and wake up the next day and you hear or see any of our interview, we want to say thank you for being part of the family. Stay tuned and be blessed. We are out. What do you still pictures? Okay, Casino. Okay, what you name? Same sound that.
Okay.